2022, and it's approximately 8:31. I'd like to begin first with the Pledge of Allegiance, and I'd like those individuals in the room who have served our country or are serving to lead us, please. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great, and thank you for serving. Everyone has received the board meeting minutes from April the 12th, 2022. Anybody have any changes or amendments to the minutes?
I'll move approval of the board meeting minutes.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries. Next is Ballot Remakes. I'm going to turn the meeting over to Sherry Poland.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Staff, in bipartisan fashion, per board policy and Secretary of State procedure, have opened the absentee ballots by mail that have come in so far and inspected them. And we do have a number that need to be remade, and our Operations Administrator, Krista Criddle, will present those to you.
Thank you.
Morning.
Good morning. So the first set of remakes are the ballots that were damaged. They may have had something spilled on them. They might be torn, so forth. So they would not go through our scanning machine. So those are A1 through A9 and A65 through A74.
I'll move approval of those ballots A1 through A9 and A65 through A74 as remade.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
Thank you. The next category are those ballots that have stray marks on them. So pens marked. These have been reviewed by the director and deputy director and agreed that these truly are just a stray mark. We just remake these ballots so they're not picked up as an overvote, which would disqualify the person's vote. So the stray ballots are A10 through A26 and A62 through A64.
I'll move approval of those ballots as identified by our administrator here and that we approve the remade ballots.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
Thank you. The next category of remakes that we have are UOCAVA voters. Those are uniform overseas voters. We can email, if they choose, those ballots to them, and then they have to mail back a printed version. And in order for it to go through our scanner, we have to remake those on the actual ballots themselves. So those are A33 through A50 and A53 through A60.
Again, these are just being remade to regular size.
Exactly, yes, to the on regular ballot paper.
For anybody who's watching, remade by bipartisan teams, double checked, et cetera, right?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
I'll move approval of all of those UOCAVA ballots as remade.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
Thank you. The next category are ballots for 17-year-old voters. As you're aware, 17-year-olds can vote in a primary election as long as they will be 18 by Election Day in November. However, they can only vote to nominate the candidates for the November ballot. So we had to remake a couple of 17-year-old ballots because they voted on precinct election, or excuse me, Central Committee, thank you, Central Committee members, which would actually elect those members, and they are not eligible to do so. So these are A51 through A52.
It's just two ballots?
Two ballots, correct.
Yeah. I'll move approval of both of those ballots to be remade on the proper contests.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
Thank you. And the last category, the category voter intent, these were ballots where a voter had made a mistake on their ballot. They clearly indicated, again, these were reviewed by the director and deputy director in agreement that They may have scratched it out, wrote no, error, things like that on their ballot, so it's very clear on those ballots. And those are A27 through A32, and then ballot A61, and there's no questionable issues on those.
Very good. With that, I'll move approval of those ballots as remade. That's A27 through A32, and then a standalone A61.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
Thank you. That's all we have so far.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Krista.
Next, logic and accuracy testing. Sherry?
Yes, as the board is aware, the bipartisan teams conduct logic and accuracy testing numerous times throughout the election cycle. And last week, our bipartisan staff conducted a logic and accuracy test that was open for the public. The results of that test is in your packet. This is the test where the bipartisan teams vote and scan and cast ballots, test ballots on the central tabulation system, run the electronic results, and then conduct a hand count and compare the hand count to the electronic count to ensure the system is counting accurately. And that was the case, and that was the outcome of our public test. And so those results just need the board's approval. They're in your packets.
I'll move approval of the LNA testing for the primary.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries. Next, we have approval of a full-time staff appointment.
I'll take this one.
Alex?
Yeah, so we have an opening for our HR and payroll officer. We've interviewed and recommend the hiring of Tammy Thompson. Tammy comes to us from, she's got a lot of history in the private sector and the nonprofit world in the area of HR and sort of fiscal work. So we're very excited to have her join the team.
I think it's our habit for me to make the motion, so why don't I move to appoint Tammy Thompson, the Human Resources Payroll Officer in the administration?
Second.
Okay. Any more discussion? All those in favor of bringing Tammy Thompson on board to as human HR payroll officer? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries. Okay, moving on down the agenda, we now are declaring the polls open for the May 3rd, 2022 primary election.
I'll move that we open the polls tomorrow for the May 3rd, 2022 primary election.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? Polls are going to be open May 3rd. Other business, anyone have any other business?
Just to give an update on tomorrow's election. Today is the last day for our early in-person voting. It ends at 2 p.m. today. So far, our early in-person numbers and by mail numbers are just slightly above the last similar primary in May of 2018. So we're predicting a similar overall turnout for tomorrow, somewhere in the range of 18 to 20%. So, but things have gone well, and we're ready for the election tomorrow.
You know, I've received feedback from those individuals who have come early, with some prompting, of course, but they were very encouraged to see how our machine operated, how organized it was, as well as the ability to get their vaccination, their COVID vaccination as well.
Yeah, Jeremy Jamar, the administrator in our early voting department, and his team have really done a great job. We've received, again, a lot of positive feedback from those that have come and voted early in person.
Mm-hmm.
Great job, team.
Yeah, great job.
I see Kenny's in the office representing the Secretary of State office, and he always gives us an update on what's happening and prepares us for as well tomorrow. Kenny?
Good morning. I'm Kenny Henning with the Ohio Secretary of State's office. Just wanted to say the team has done a tremendous job preparing for this election, as always, during the early vote period that ends today at 2 p.m. And on behalf of our team, we just also wanted to say again, congratulations on the Cleary Award that the board received from the Election Assistance Commission. I know that I have 16 counties, 15 other counties than Hamilton that all really rely on the content that is posted from the social media accounts from Hamilton County, so they appreciate it. The other 87 counties around the state appreciate it, and the team does a tremendous job leading with the content that they publish to help provide really accurate and helpful information to voters. So great job on that as always.
I'm glad you brought that up because Sherry Kenny and Alex, can you kind of tell us a little bit more what we did?
Yes, last year, in our effort to continue to educate the public regarding voting and election administration in Hamilton County, we created a series of short videos that we entitled, Did You Know? Because that's often the comment when new employees come to the board and they see all the processes that we go through, is I had no idea. And so we just decided to start filming those activities, making them into short 1 minute or less videos, because we know people don't have much of an attention span for something longer than that. And we push it out, on our social media platforms of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and they receive very positive reviews. So we submitted an application to regarding the United States Election Assistance Commission Clearinghouse Awards that they do, and that sort of serves obviously as a clearinghouse for best practices around the country. And our board was awarded the Cleary for outstanding innovation in cybersecurity and technology.
Well done. For the team.
Outstanding
I could
job.
add to that, there's been a lot of concerns raised publicly over the last year or so about election integrity, and the director and I got together and decided, part of our job has to be not just running elections well, but showing the public how we run elections so that we can reaffirm their confidence in the election results. And we owe a big hat tip to our IT department, Bill McJoint and Amira Savani, who sort of led on this project and got national recognition for our Board of Elections.
Great job.
Yeah, that transparency goes a long way for the public. And this is the second Cleary Award that since Hamilton County has won, right?
That's correct. We won one in 2016 for our Youth at the Booth Challenge and Partners in Democracy programs for recruiting poll workers.
Yeah, great job, team Hamilton County.
That's right. Go team. Go team for democracy. All right. Anything else? Well, we stand in recess as of today, and looking forward to tomorrow as well, and we'll see each other tomorrow morning.
Should I move? I'll move that we stand in recess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Did you say it? Oh, I move that we stand in recess.
Oh, second.
Oh, I didn't know.
I was like-
I didn't hear it. So anyway.
All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Anyone opposed or abstaining? None but the devil. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
I'm so used to you.
Yeah, I just.